Hello everyone, I am Mr. Rain, and welcome back to the weapon comparison series that I've been doing for Insurgency Sandstorm. And today we are going to be looking at the AKM versus the AK-74. And the reason being is because, yet again, these two weapons are for Insurgent side, and they're both for the same class, the Rifleman class. And they're both technically similar guns, but they do have quite a few differences in not just stats alone, and we'll get to see those in a second here. So looking at the AKM, it uses a 7.62x39. It has a good bit of vertical recoil, not as much horizontal, a velocity of 715, a fire rate of 600, and penetration of 365. Mag capacity is at 30. And 2 fire modes, full auto and single fire. So let's go ahead and load up this gun.
Yeah, good to go.
And just like last time, we look at the irons. The irons are very clean, very easy to keep track of your targets, as usual. You come here, and we're going to do the recoil test. 3, 2, 1. See, it doesn't really have a whole lot of horizontal, focuses a lot on the vertical recoil. Very easy gun to keep your your recoil patterns very, very clean, very, very close. And so now, we'll look at the AK-74. The AK-74, does it use the same ammo? So the AK-74 uses a 5.45x39, so a smaller caliber weapon. Has even less horizontal recoil, about the same vertical, a higher velocity of 900, and a rate of fire of 652. And to compare that with the AKM has a fire rate of 600, so the AKM is just slightly slower in real terms of the fire rate. And the AK-74 versus the AKM. The AKM has higher penetration, as you would expect with a higher caliber bullet. So now we'll take
All right, I'm good.
the AK-74. Look at the irons, very, very similar. And now the AK-74 recoil test. 3, 2, 1. And so the difference is very similar, but there is a difference. And that is that the AK-74 rides higher. It has a trickier vertical recoil than the AKM does. So the AKM is going to be a lot more solid to keeping your shots on point, whereas the 74 is really going to want to start climbing on you after your like third or fourth shot. It really wants to keep going up. So that is the recoil difference between these two weapons. But now we will reload the weapon range and try both weapons with a foregrip. Alright, so this is the AKM with a foregrip. And recoil test. 3, 2, 1. Again, very similar to what we've seen with the M4. It really likes to keep the recoil very, very low in regards to the verticality, but you do get a little more sway in your horizontal. So it's a little trickier in regards to left to right, but as far as it goes for your verticality, your up and down, it's pretty much dead center every shot. So now we have the AK-74 with a foregrip. I'm going to try it out. 3, 2, 1. So again, pretty much the same thing, pretty much the same feel. The AKM still stays controlled with a foregrip. The AKM still wants to ride high, but because of the foregrip, it doesn't ride as high. Typically my next shot, if I were to get a reload here, comparing this to what we've seen before, my next shot would be about here, up here. And instead of going that high, it stays pretty far low. So the clusters are very similar, but the AK-74 will still want to ride high. As you can see in the height difference, the AKM can still stay controlled, whereas the AK-74 will want to rise up on you. And that is the difference between these two guns. Now, the real question is, which one is better? And the thing is, these two guns are much more similar than I had expected. The AK-74 does beat the AKM in regards to rate of fire, so you will be able to lay down more firepower quicker than with the AKM. However, the AKM does have a more stable recoil pattern. So if you want a more stable gun, the AKM is your way to go. If you want a gun that's going to be a little quicker on the draw, then the AK-74 would be preferred. Just note that after your 5th or 6th shot, your AKM is going to want to start to climb pretty high. And if you do want to run the AKM, or the AK-74, it's going to be a lot better to run it with a foregrip. You'll still be fighting that vertical grip, that vertical recoil, but it's not going to be as drastic as without the foregrip. The AKM doesn't need it a whole lot. It can get away without using it, so with that kind of versatility, the AKM wins in regards to versatility. And the AK-74, just in regards to its recoil, it's the only fault that it has. And for the point difference, the AK-74 is pretty much the all-around loser. Unless you want to run the gun bare bones, or you don't really want to run a whole lot of equipment with you, then you can use an AK-74, throw a foregrip on it, and you'll get a very similar result with just a little more firepower. So it's definitely a potential gun, but you do have to put more points into making it be just that much better, just slightly better than the AKM. So I hope this video helped you out a lot, and I hope you found this video informative and fun to watch. If you enjoyed it and you think you've learned something new out of it, please give this video a like. If you want to see more of this series, please go ahead and consider subscribing. If you have any suggestions as to which two weapons you would like to see go face to face, let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'm Mr. Rain. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.